Okay, I'll make one more video for tonight, and then I should probably get some sleep, because I'm starting to feel pretty zooted. I get zooted when I'm overtired. Anyway, here we go. It's a short story, so this will work. The title is Pale as Sin, a podcast. Welcome back to the Douche Maki podcast. I am Felix, and I am Felicity, and welcome to episode 4 of our podcast. We are just twin brother and sister doing what we enjoy, trying to make quality content for you, our listener. Felix, would you like to introduce today's guest? Thank you, Felicity, and yes, I would love to introduce our guest. Today, we have a very special guest as well as a member of our own family who took time away from his very important job. A warm welcome to Douche Monkey Podcast, our cousin, the Grim Reaper, Death. Felicity began speaking. No, you need to be closer. Speak at this end. Death's hollow voice rang out. Like this? Felix replied. There we go. Death asked, is that better? Perfect, replied Felicity. Felix spoke again. A warm welcome to Douche Maki, the one with the cloak as black as charcoal and with the ones with bones as pale as coconut meat, our cousin Death. The twins started clapping, by Felix holding both hands open, and still while Felicity alternated clapping each one of her brother's hands. You're both so kind. Do you really think so? Like coconut meat? I've been conditioning my bones lately, you know, said Death, who was just absolutely gassed that his younger cousins wanted to spend time with him. Felix and Felicity sat up in their chairs and cleared their throats. Felicity began, So Death, our listeners would like to know, who you are and some things about your job, if you were at liberty, of course. Death coughed. Well, one thing that frustrates me, Felix jumped in. Please, go on. Death continued. For one thing, I can't eat hot dogs with mustard. Do you know how hard it is to remove mustard from this black? Death tugged at his cloak, and the twins laughed. Death strolled into the next topic. So my job? Are you sure anyone listens to this podcast? Most people hate any mention of me or my job. Mortality is more of a subject for some reason, like a sore subject for some reason. Of course, I'm not mortal. I'm Death. I'm the Grim Reaper. Shinigami, the Muerta, the Raven-cloaked bone bag. Felicity picked up the flow. Can you tell us about how certain aspects of your job may be easier or more difficult in comparison? Death replied, Oh, of course. So, old people and kids are the easiest. They are willing to go on an adventure. Acceptance happens more readily and quickly. In a nutshell, that is the essence of my job. Even through acquiescence, no one can stand still forever. Felix responded, That statement is very true, even for us. I remember long ago the day my sister lost her arm. Despite that loss, she is thriving today. Felicity let out a loud melodic whistle. Death interjected. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Most adults I get are sad cases, still believing they might be alive, grasping at nothing, believing it's trying to control something. Accidents are quicker to accept than most. Violent deaths are most often relieved to see me. Imagine that, just to be away from the situation that they were just in, however it played out. And then there are the weird medical anomalies. Someone ate Tide Pods, or the complex mousetrap of fate snapped on them, and when they were simply trying to survive. This is indiscriminate of any label, status, language, whatever you want to call it, and your time is your time. Felicity responded, Wow, that is certainly very insightful, thank you. Felicity spoke up, Do you have any humorous examples of your work? Death chuckled and began, The stubborn ones are ironically funny. I had this one guy who lived rural. His whole family was scattershot across several states. This stubborn guy, who was built like a bear, mind you, like large guy, he thinks he picked up poison oak from his yard. So for 3 days, he calls his family from all over about this poison oak until he dies. Felicity asked, so from the poison oak? Death laughed again and spoke. No, it was a heart attack. He was so stubborn it needed 3 days to take him. When I met up with him, he just smiled. So we went for a walk together, just smiling. Felix stated, that is incredible. Is there any part of your job that you don't care for or don't like to do? Oh, said Death with reserve. Now I will tell you what chills my bones. The suicides. Felix and Felicity straightened up in their chairs and honed their attention on their cousin. I, began Death, spend much more of my energy, and gladly, on these folks. Consistently, these ones are always a bramble ball of emotions. We talk, we have a snack. Death began digging around in his cloak. I always carry animal crackers with me. I swear these things are a cure-all. Yes, here, see this red box? Death produced a small red box of animal crackers, and Felix and Felicity examined it and returned it. Felix and Felicity spoke the next sentence together, each alternating words. Humanity is a beautiful enigma. Death picked up here. I agree. Felicity spoke now. Well, that is all the time we have for now. Thank you for your cousins. To our cousin, Death, thank you for your time. And this was episode 4 of Felix, now joined in simultaneously of Douche Maki. And just remember, if you ever feel like you need help or life is way too big or out of control, that's not entirely true. There's always help. You can dial 998, and there's other services you can call. Always call someone before you do something.